So I suffered from depression. If you clicked on this video, then you know a little bit of something about it. Just about to make a pull-up video, and then something compelled me to make a video on this subject. I got bad news the other day about how depression affected somebody in the family, and it got the worst of them. So I feel the need to make this video to express what I went through in order to help somebody, because this is very serious in today's day and age. I feel it's important because the way the kids and the youth are being attacked, whether it's from social media, their phones, video games, the food, you name it. Every which way you look at it, they're being attacked, and they don't feel good enough. You go on social media, you feel like your life is not good enough. Depression, to me, is when you dwell in the past or you don't believe that you don't have a good future ahead of you. It makes you feel heavy. It makes you question, does it even matter? A lot of people suffer depression when a big change happens in their life. You know, athletes suffer it when they transition out of their sport. Moment in your life where you find it hard to look forward, and that's when you get depressed. And that transitioning and just finding out like how fake the world is, or just finding out what the world really is about. And that transition out of that vanity world was very depressing for me. On top of that, and hurt by loved ones, what I learned about such a hard time is that I was able to draw closer to God. When you're going through the worst moments in your life, it's when you're able to really find out how much God loves you and how much He is there for you and how He'll get you out of these. I don't know any other thing that is as constant as Jesus that's gonna really remove you from dark situations. There's only two things that I could suggest for you to get out of depression. One is God, Jesus, that's the spiritual, prayer, fasting, and the second is actually exercising. Now, exercising is one of the things that helped me, especially as men, as young men. When you start to get your testosterone boosting, you'll start to feel better. When you're able to see your body start to develop, you'll start to believe in yourself. When you set goals, you'll look forward to something because you're like, okay, I'm gonna be able to hit this PR, I'm gonna be able to hit this PR. So exercising is one of the best things that I can always recommend to men to get out of their slumps, as well as God, because God is gonna allow you to understand what depression is. Depression is just an attack. The devil comes to destroy you. So that's just one of the many attacks. And then working out just allows you to believe in yourself just that much more, especially when everything seems terrible. For women, working out is very good, is very beneficial, but because women don't have testosterone, it's not as beneficial. What I suggest for women to do when they're feeling depressed is start to make things. When you make things and you're able to see your creation and you see what you make, go to pottery classes, paint, just do something that's challenging, that has a payoff at the end. So you're able to see your work. The workforce today, you don't see anything that you do. So you start to feel worthless even after making millions and millions of dollars, even after, completing so many tasks. After a year, you're like, what did I do? Because you're not really making anything. You're achieving a lot, but you're not making anything. So what I suggest for women and men is to start creating things, being able to see what you made. Those things really help you get out of depressed times, as well as working out. Working out helps too because you're making your body. That's a beautiful thing to see, when you're able to see like, wow, my hard work is actually paying off. You also want to set goals. You have to look forward to the future. You have to have goals to set. You want to stay clean, you want to stay organized, because the clutter is going to mess with your head. And you definitely want to just set some type of goals, something to work towards. It doesn't have to be super duper hard, but you gotta look forward and work hard. And you have to understand your purpose. Everybody has a purpose here on this earth. And if you don't know what your purpose is, it's very, very simple. Everybody's purpose is to help somebody else. That's your purpose on this earth. Your purpose is to help another person. Whether it's one person, whether it's two people, whether it's 1,000, whether it's 1,000,000, whether it's trillions of people, when you're dead and gone, you're still helping people. That's your purpose. Your purpose is to make somebody's life better. That's it. That's all we're sent here to do. We're just here to help another person. That's it. And get back to God. That's it. So you figure out how you can help others, and there's your purpose. It's all about helping others. Everything else is vanity. It says it in Ecclesiastics. It's all vanity. Solomon, the richest and the wisest man, told you it's all vanity. When you realize that everything in this world does not matter, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the people that you're living your life with, the connections that you make, helping others, lives become better. That's the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. It doesn't matter the clothes, jewelry, money, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is helping somebody else. Food tastes better when you eat it with somebody you love. You know, movies are better when you're with somebody that you love. Everything is better when you involve other people, because that's what we're here for. We're here to unite with others. We're here to be with others and help others through their trials, and them help you through your trials. That is the beauty of life. It's helping one another and being helped by one another. So that's another thing that I would tell you to do if you're suffering from depression, is find somebody who needs your help, because that's gonna make you feel more valuable, that you're able to help somebody with something. Trust me, and there's tons of people that need help. There's homeless, there's kids, there's old people. Old people are my favorite people to help, because they're full of wisdom and they're full of so much joy and appreciation. Find your elders and get next to them and talk to them. Just talking to them gives them such a boost of joy. Just having a conversation with them. You don't have to do anything else, but just talk with them. The beauty of talking with your elders is they give you real wisdom. They give you real history, because they actually lived it. So there's a lot of history that I've read about and talked to people about and got a totally different story. So by talking to your elders, you'll get the real facts, because they lived it, opposed to a book or what somebody else is telling you happened. Speak to your elders. Another thing that speaking with old people helped me with was I learned how to talk to girls. I'm naturally introverted, but I learned how to speak to women through speaking with old people, because old people have an ability to carry on a conversation even when the person wants to end the conversation. So they taught me how to hold conversations like as long as possible. So that's a beautiful gift that old people teach you. They'll teach you how to talk to people, even when the person doesn't want to listen to them. They'll show you how to actually hold conversations and make it entertaining and draw you in. So reach out to your elders. They will help you cure your depression, I promise you. And they'll give you something to live for. They'll start to tell you the real meanings of life. Having kids, having a family, helping others, creating a community, creating food, gardens, all of these things matter way more than a lot of the stuff that they're telling you to like on social media. One of the main reasons why I started this channel, and a fitness channel at that, is not because I'm a super duper fitness buff or whatever the case may be. It's because I see the direction that the world is heading in, and I see the attack that they have on civilization, and I feel fitness is gonna be one of the most important things to bring a lot of people out of that. There's too much chemicals in the food. Health is gonna be a luxury. It's getting bad, and mental health is getting even worse because of social media and what they're doing to these impressionable minds. These kids can't handle social media. I have 3 daughters. None of them are gonna have a cell phone. They're not gonna be able to go on social media. I'm not gonna have them questioning their values, and I'm not gonna have them questioning their self-worth because of what social media is telling them to do. Because I know that all of that stuff is lies. I can get on YouTube right now and act like I'm a billionaire. It's not hard, because there's an interface. You can't go behind the scenes and see the actual truth. So who are you to tell me that I'm lying? That's the problem with social media. It's very easy to lie. It's not hard. I can go rent a Bugatti right now and rent the house and rent it for a month and put it on credit and act like I'm this big guy and I'm doing amazing things, and then I get you to pay for courses and this, that. It's very easy to do, and social media allows that. I wouldn't do that. I'm not doing that because I don't believe in stuff like that. And I'm trying to combat that by jumping on these platforms and giving some element of truth. where people feel like they're being lied to every 5 seconds. They, when I say big business and corporations, they want us all on drugs. They want us all dependent. They want us all separated from one another because it's easier to control. Now, that's good business for them, so I'm not gonna say that what they're doing is wrong, because it makes sense business-wise, but it destroys people in the process, and that's what I'm against. We have to form communities again. We have to become together, and I think YouTube is a wonderful tool for that, and social media can be a wonderful tool for that. Just the hard part is you have people on social media that don't necessarily understand what is happening to their minds and how impressionable they are and how they're becoming followers overnight and how they're losing their own original thought. That's why I kinda am against it, and I want people to just avoid it altogether for now until you develop your mind. I think 25 is the age where you have full maturity of your brain. Depression is something that I feel like every man is probably gonna go through in his life. Put it down in the comments, all the dudes. Just be honest and say if you've gone through depression or not. I think it's something that it's like a trial of passage that a man has to go through mentally. The beautiful thing about it is that the struggle always brings you closer to God, and it always brings you closer to what really matters. If you just reach out to God and test him, you'll find him, and he'll be there. I promise you, every single time. You ask anybody who's ever reached out to God, he's there, and you call on him, he will come. People try to make it seem like it's some woo-woo, boo-boo, blah, 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 you name it. But I promise you, every single time you reach out to him, he comes. Every single time. And he yearns for you to come to him, especially at your lowest moments, when you're in the most disbelief moments of your life. He'll come and he'll answer you, and he'll save you, and he'll give you peace within that moment. I promise you. Your life is worth living. All of our lives are worth living because we have something in us that cannot be duplicated. You know, we're all sent here for a purpose, a mission, a goal, and your life is very, very important. And I know that for a fact because God wouldn't have given his son for our sins if we all weren't extremely important to him. There is no other religion that has any God giving up that much for anything. So that's how you know the one true God who really truly loves you. He gave up his son for all of us. Nobody else is gonna do that. Nothing else in this universe is gonna do that. So align your thoughts, start to exercise, start to work out, think extremely positive about yourself and everything around you, because there's goodness in everything. It's a mindset, it's a switch. You have to be able to switch it. I could talk bad about social media, I could talk bad about you name it. Everything is terrible out here. It's easy to criticize and see the bad in everything, but if you can train your body to see the good in things, your life starts to get exponentially better. Like, I see the good in everything. I see the good in social media. I'm on social media right now. I'm on YouTube right now. I see the good in it. And I focus there and try not to focus on the bad. There's good in every single thing, or else God wouldn't allow it. So try to train your thoughts to see good in all things, even in the bad. In the worst times, you have to understand that those are the times that you could draw nearer to God. And what's better than that? What's better than getting closer to God? So even in the worst times, you know, even in the struggle, we could draw near to the Lord. And there's nothing better than that. I promise you that. God bless. I love y'all. And if you're suffering from depression, start to exercise, please. Start to call out to the Lord and start to do things with your hands. Start to build things that you could feel proud of and see your worth. Reach out to people. Start talking to your elders and start making goals and work towards these things, and you'll get out of it. And when you get out of it, you'll be able to help somebody. And what's better than that? And you'll overcome, and you'll be stronger than you've ever thought before. And nothing will be able to stop you. I promise you. Nothing will be able to stop you. It will get unbelievably easier. Your confidence will be at the highest level once you overcome it. So just overcome it. Go through it. And you don't got to go through it alone. I promise you. There's tons of us that went through this. So open up, reach out, love yours, peace. Sorry for the doom and gloom, but I feel it's necessary to help somebody, anybody out there. If I help one person, then it was worth it. God bless, love you, love yours. Let's keep grinding.